As always, thanks for joining us in the trenches with Dave Lapham, brought to you by First Star Logistics. Coming to you from our new digs at First Star Logistics, and we absolutely love it. We absolutely love the guest that you're about to hear from and see. Defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo, in my mind, as good as there is in the National Football League. He is a football genius. There is no question. And we're going to talk to him about his new presence, his new toys that the Bengals drafted. 5 defensive choices in the 10 selections. It was 50-50, 5 offense, 5 defense. He's got some college free agents that they're going to be taking a look at it as well as the veteran free agents that were signed, a defensive tackle, a couple of safeties. Now they're out working together a little bit. The veteran players, rookies come in at the end of the week. Busy time. Lou Anarumo talks about all that and so much more. Hang in there. Thanks for joining us once again in the trenches with Dave Lapham, brought to you by First Star Logistics. And we are in our new building. We are in our new studio. Really, really like the new digs. I hope you guys like them as well. I know you're going to like this guest because in my mind, he's the best in the business. Defensive coordinator, Lou Anarumo. Coach, appreciate your time. I know it's a busy time, sir.
Thanks for having me. I love the new digs you got over there. It looks great.
I'm telling you, it's home sweet home. I think I might have to bring a sleeping bag, man, and just chill here 24/7.
Love it.
Pretty nice. So, Coach, pretty darn good draft. I mean, 10 picks. A lot of people I talked to around the league said pick 70 to pick 150 is the sweet spot. I mean, there's a lot of really good players available there. You got one before that at number 49, defensive tackle Chris Jenkins. Let's start with him. Let's start with the second-round pick, Chris Jenkins out of Michigan, defensive tackle, captain. And I'll tell you, Coach, man, fans are going to love him. The city's going to love him. Smile, big personality when he came to town. I mean, this kid is the real deal, it looks like.
I think so. Captain at Michigan and obviously won the national championship last year, so used to winning football games. Great guys. Families played in the NFL, so he comes from a long line of players, and he's just an overall great guy, and we're really going to look forward to both him and McKinley stepping in and giving us a bunch of snaps this year.
Or you talk about, the gene pool and the fact that, you guys have made a habit of taking guys from big programs that have played in big games, in this case, win a national championship, and then that's the cream, and then the cream of the cream, he's a captain. He's a guy that everybody said, you know what? Of all of us, you're the guy. I mean, that says a lot about this kid. In the league now, it's hand-to-hand combat. He's got violent hands. He's got some length to him. He's got violent hands, doesn't he?
Yeah, big, strong, powerful guy. He's done a bunch of different jobs at Michigan, and as you mentioned, he's got long arms and smart kid. Just loves ball. He's all about the right things.
So he went up and down the line of scrimmage quite a bit at Michigan. I mean, they asked quite a bit of him from a versatility standpoint. What do you think? Maybe not immediately, but he's capable of doing a lot of things for you.
Yeah, hopefully, we'll get him slotted into a spot where he can kind of get comfortable and then go from there and see what he can handle. But we're looking for him to come in and be disruptive inside. And with the loss of DJ, we're going to need a couple guys to fill in and replace that role.
And then, like you said, with the 97th pick, you got 2 interior defensive linemen in the top 100 selections, Coach. That dog will hunt all day, every day. McKinley Jackson. And he's, in my mind, he was the last, true 330-pound type guy that could, play that nose if needed. And he's got size. He's got length. And he's got deceptive athleticism. This dude's slippery, man. He can make himself small when he needs to.
Yeah, I think, as you mentioned, another big man, good length, another captain at A&M. So, feel good about that. And liked his size, liked how he anchored against the run, and still had some pass rush ability to him. So another quality pick, and very, very happy to have him.
Now, he's not a one-trick pony either. I mean, he's shown a little bit of position versatility as well, hasn't he?
He has. He can play that zero nose. He's played some three technique. We'll ask our guys to do a little bit of both, and he's demonstrated on tape that he can do both things.
So when you look at the two young bucks, Chris Jenkins and McKinley Jackson, added to Sheldon Rankins, I mean, now all of a sudden, in veteran free agency, now all of a sudden you got three major contributors. You get guys who can play significant snaps for you. I mean, I know when you draft guys as a group, you've got a role in mind, and if they exceed that role and expand that role, that's great. But you've got a role in mind for these guys, obviously.
Yeah, they're going to step in and play immediately. They're going to have to earn their playing time, but you get a good rotation with BJ and, as you mentioned, Sheldon, Zach Carter, and now these two guys on the inside. There'll be great competition throughout training camp and into the preseason, and then as the season starts. But we need some guys behind BJ and Sheldon, and we'll see how it plays out.
And making it into that, I said 70 to 150, making it into that slot, the 149th selection, Josh Newton out of TCU. This guy got his hand on a lot of footballs, didn't he?
He did. Another guy that can do a bunch of different things. Played some slot corner, played some outside. So we're excited about him as well, and brings great energy. And you can never have enough cover guys. So I'm happy to have him.
Seems like another high character guy. Wasn't he a captain as well?
You got me on that one, Lap.
I think maybe I read.
I think he was.
I mean, I know he's a high character guy, though. I mean, he's highly regarded, and he can play inside and outside 42, can he?
Yeah. Yes, he can, and he was an all Big 12 selection, and so he's got some skill. And as you mentioned, he got over 30 plus tackles in each of his 3 seasons that he played. So he's around the ball, and that's what's important.
Physical guy. I mean, when he tackles, he shows some. He's not grabbing guys by the shoulder pads and slinging for the ground. He's showing some physicality when he gets out to people.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt about that. He's all about the physical part of the game and all about playing with energy. And we always use that.
Yeah. You can see his competitiveness oozing out of him, and I know you're a guy, when you played, you had great instincts. I know you look for that in players. The instincts are, that's something that you either have or you don't. Those things are hard to coach into a person, but you can grow and develop those instincts. He's got some, doesn't he?
I believe so. Yeah, you're always he's talking about having great vision and being able to feel things before they happen. And as you mentioned, that stuff's a little bit that stuff comes natural to some guys, and he seems to have that trait for sure.
So then, Coach, with pick number 214, you got a guy. In fact, Josh Newton, he was rated much higher on a lot of people's boards, including yours, than pick number 149. I mean, a lot of people had him even as a third-round guy, and you get him in the 5th at pick 149. Now Cedric Johnson, who a lot of people had potentially like a 4th-round guy, you get at the end of the 6th round, pick number 214. Tell us about this edge guy from Ole Miss.
Yeah, another quality person, and all about football. And again, rushers and cover guys, I don't think you can ever have enough. So that's why he was the highest rated guy we had on the board, and it felt like just can't say enough about Duke and what a great job his crew does upstairs. And they felt like that was the right way to go at that time, and we felt the same, and so we made the pick. But happy to have him as well.
Looks like he's got some tools from the tool belt from a pass rush standpoint. He's got a little bit of a pass rush arsenal, doesn't he?
I think so. That's what we liked about him. He's a big, strong guy as well. So, I'm looking forward to getting these guys in the building and getting going.
4'6", 340, 38-inch vertical jump. Man, that's a kid with a high ceiling. You look at something like that, man. That's incredible for a kid, for a body his size. All right, so let's go to the 7th round selection, pick number 224. A teammate. You went Ole Miss. John Anthony. He's got some length to his arms, so he's a excellent press cover guy. It seems like. Tell us about him. You had him rated around higher, as did others. I mean, he's a guy that's got some something to him, doesn't he?
Yeah, came in on a 30 visit. We really liked meeting with him. Played both safety, corner. We like his versatility. We can get him back there with the safety group and dump him in the deep end, as they say, and see how he does. But he's another really competitive guy, fiery guy. Communicates well. Has got good football awareness and instincts. So certainly happy to have him as well.
Well, it's amazing how every it seems like almost every selection of the 10 guys can play multiple positions. I mean, the versatility has become such a huge factor, and it's trickled down to the college level, hasn't it? I mean, a lot of these guys coming out of college have played more than one position for their respective school, haven't they?
Oh, they have, and that's the nice thing is they can. How it is. The more that you can do, the better you'll benefit yourself and benefit our team. So certainly looking forward to seeing exactly what they can do at this level, getting them slotted into one spot first, and then go from there.
Now, I know you also signed some college free agents. They haven't passed physicals at this juncture, so we can't really talk about them. But just from an overall, you addressed edge people, you had linebacker, safety. I mean, you addressed a little bit about everything there just to add depth to your roster.
Yeah, I think you like to see those guys come in and compete, and it's a uphill battle, as we know, for those players that go undrafted. But Mike Hilton, prime example. Mike Thomas, who we've had in the past, guys that have been in that situation and now are veterans of this league and are really good players. So it's a lesson learned for those guys to come in and just do the best they can every day, and you never know what's going to happen.
So, Coach, give us, the announcement was made as such that Dax Hill will be moving out primarily to the cornerback position. Talk about that decision and talk about Dax a little bit.
Well, I just think he brings such a unique skill set, where he's such a great athlete. You can never find enough cover guys. I believe that, and he's got coverage skills, and I think we're going to put him out there, and he's been great. I mean, Dax has been fantastic. Whatever the team needs type of approach, and I just feel like he's got a chance to flourish out there, and Coach Chuck will do a great job with him, and we'll have another guy that can cover. And again, you can't have enough of that.
I mean, you've got a blend in your room of youth and veteran football players. I mean, it's a heck of a good blend, really. You get Von Bell back. You get Geno Stone, two veteran safeties back there. You got the young buck, Jordan Battle. Tyson Anderson's working his way back, from injury. Your cornerbacks like Mike Hilton, you're talking about is that veteran corner. But then you've got, so many young players as well. Is that intentional, Coach? You like to have, that type of mix? Is that something that you're looking for? Young players with great potential, and then the sage veteran guy that's kind of mentoring a little bit.
It really helps when it works out that way. The young guys have a good role model to look up to and after, and kind of learn how to be a pro. And we've got a great group of guys that our rookies should feel really fortunate that they're here with the leadership that we have in our building, not only on defense but on offense and across the team. These guys can really learn how to do things the right way, and it's so important for their careers, for them to be successful, and allows us to, be successful as well.
So the players are starting to do their on-field workouts. You guys aren't coaching them up at this point. I mean, OTAs are coming soon. Those type of workouts, and rookie mini camps that's a week, isn't it? Rookie mini camps coming up.
So this Friday,
this Friday. This Friday. So as you're looking at it, what are you doing in terms of not only trying to figure out slots and roles for players? We really like this concept. We're going to expand on that. Don't like this one as much. Are you going through that process from a playbook standpoint at this juncture as well?
Yeah, we have been, and we've been doing that now for quite a while, and we're fortunate that yesterday started the phase 2 part of the off-season program where we're able to meet with the guys for a bit of time and get out on the field and do some type of individual type drill. So you've seen the new guys move around, communicate with each other, and then we'll get a chance to get the rookies in here on Friday and kind of implement them in, and then we'll all be together next Monday, and that'll be great.
So, Coach, I guess finally here, and appreciate you carving time because I know you are busy down there with what's going on. What is, if you had like a goal or two, off-season goal, or maybe a couple, what's the first thing? What's the primary thing that Lou Anarumo is focused on from a goal standpoint right now?
Well, I just want to make sure we got a couple of things that we're consistent in everything we do, because I think lack of consistency really hurt us last year. We played so well in so many games, but then not so well in so many games. So, I mean, you look at San Francisco, a team that, goes to the Super Bowl, and you go out there and play really well that day and win, and that's only one game, but there's a few others where I thought we played pretty well, but there was too many where we didn't. And I think consistency was something that we need to improve, and then getting back to being a great a team that communicates really well is going to be a big part of our success this season also.
So you get to look at the veteran free agents here and see if unwrap the presence a little bit, watch them on the field with how they move and everything, and see if it meets expectations a little bit. That's all good stuff. Coach, can't thank you enough. Appreciate you, and the fans really do. They love to hear from defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo. There is no question about that. Have a great one, Coach. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Lap. Love the new setup, by the way. I'll say it again.
Much appreciated, sir. Thanks very much. Dave Lapham here, and every day I am grateful for my experience to have played professional football. As a player, I realize self-motivation, leadership, and appreciating your teammates are key. At First Star Logistics, you can use those same attributes to create the life you want for you and your family. Build your future by working hard like I did. You'll see results both on and off the field. Call First Star Logistics today and be part of our winning team.
Opportunity knocking.